Welcome back. We are covering 10 tips for you that'll help you basically run a great meeting. I mean, if you're not running great meetings, you need to, because it's imperative for you to succeed and advance at work. If you can facilitate a great meeting, you'd be surprised at the doors that this is going to open up for you. Uh, Before we get started, click the subscribe button, click the thumbs up, and then click the alert button. And then I will also, in the description of the video here, put the playlist for you to click on so you can look at the other videos. We're not going to cover them in this video. And then there'll also be a placard that pops up at the end of the video for you to click on if you want to click on the playlist from that way and review the other 10 items for how to run a great meeting. We're going to jump right in. You should be taking notes, and we cover this in the other ones, but if you're taking notes, a critical item for you to do during the course of your meeting, if you're taking notes, you should be sharing your screen, by the way. You need to capture action items and assign owners immediately. Okay, so what'll happen a lot of times is that there'll be a lot of conversation, and if you're not engaged and paying attention, especially if you're the meeting organizer and facilitator, you've got to always make sure that if somebody says something that, hey, I'll get you this, that you capture that, you log it, you just type it out real quick, and if you miss something, say, hey, can you repeat that? I want to make sure that I get this for the notes so that, we know what you're expecting to, do here. And then also I covered in one of the other videos when. So again, make sure you capture it. And then if somebody says, hey, we need to get XYZ tasks done by X date, if they're already giving you the when, you need to make sure you know who the owner is, right? Somebody may, say that, this person or this team needs to get this team, an item or an action item. You need to make sure that the team that's supposed to be getting something for that team is assigning somebody directly who that is. And even if it's the team lead or, the manager there, and they're going to assign it, you put their name down if they don't know who they're going to assign it to yet. And then you also get that date. Again, I covered this in one of the other videos. Always ask for when. So it's critical and very critical that you capture all the action items and all the follow-ups, and that you have owners and do it as soon as it's said. That means you've got to stay engaged and you share your screen so that everyone sees what's on there. Okay. And we also cover distributing notes as well. All right. We're going to jump to number 5. If you want to maintain good meetings as well as the other items that we're covering in this series, canceling a meeting if it's not needed is something that really you need to maintain and do. And if you can do it far enough in advance, people really appreciate you. And what that does, instead of waiting to get to the meeting and saying, hey, does anybody have anything we need to cover? It's not a great way to start a meeting, number one. Number two, that means you didn't send out an agenda or anything so that people know what they're supposed to, be covering at this meeting. But again, if you don't cancel that meeting and do it right as the meeting started, it's not good meeting facilitation, right? And you're going to, again, potentially lose people. If you do this consistently, people are going to start not showing up, right? So make sure that you're just courteous and aware of everybody's time. Again, if you get up early in the morning, organize your day, you should be reviewing your agendas on your meeting as you're, populating them in OneNote. If you're not using OneNote, you should be using OneNote. It's imperative to be, good at facilitating and running a great meeting. But then again, and plus, by the way, if you populate it from your Outlook into OneNote, it already populates everybody who should be attending your meeting from the invitation, which is another nice item in case you're not a OneNote user, but it allows you just to check the box next to their name. Very easy. Maybe I'll cover a OneNote series as well. But cancel the meeting if it's not needed, and cancel far enough in advance, right? Because if you cancel something either at the start of the meeting or if you do it like 5 minutes before, people, how it resonates with people is that they look at you as somebody who's not prepared, right? And again, you're going to lose meeting participation if you're not ahead of the game, canceling ahead of time. And you can even send out a little note the morning of, or the evening, or the day before, saying, do we have any agenda items of the team? Because again, if you don't have anything to cover, you should cancel it. But before you just cancel it, you should also ping them and ask them if they have any meeting items. And if not, go ahead and cancel it. That means that if you do hold it in the future and don't cancel it, people should know that they need to attend, and you'll get better meeting participation. So that is it. Again, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, click the thumbs up, click the alert button, and then also I will put a link to the playlist in the body of the description below, and there'll also be a card that should be coming up right about now for you to click on the playlist to see the other videos in this series. Thank you.